Today we reveal the truth about dating a Virgo lady. So sit back and take notes, because trust me, you may need a physics degree to figure these ladies out. On first glance, the Virgo lady may appear quiet and difficult to approach, but actually she's not quiet or shy, but extremely choosy. When you first meet a Virgo woman, be prepared to be assessed like a psychiatrist and judged like you're in a court of law. She tends to be very critical on everything in her life, herself and especially her relationships. And once a Virgo woman has finished analyzing you, and has decided that you are the one, this decision usually is for life. Because the Virgo female despises time wasters, and she won't date someone until she's confident it's for the long haul. But be warned, once she has discovered that Mr. Right is in fact Mr. Wrong, she won't hesitate to respectfully say goodbye and move on quickly. First, let's answer the question, how do you even approach a Virgo woman? Don't be deceived into thinking this lady is bashful or shy. She is a powerful, strong woman who is far from the prim virgin generally associated with the star sign. Virgo ladies, they don't tolerate tardiness. They view it as a lack of interest, no matter what the excuse is. And you get additional points for being the perfect planner. That's if you give her plenty of notice about your next date, and you're prompt on the follow-through. Also be aware that chit-chat is not on their agenda. Even on the first date, Virgo ladies, they bore easy when discussing trivial things. They rather dive deep into the heart of things that actually matter. Boring chit-chat about the weather is just a waste of valuable time to a Virgo woman. Don't ruffle her feathers. The Virgo woman is happiest when her life is predictable, which means she won't think it's romantic if you show up on her doorway unannounced. She is also easily embarrassed, so avoid making public announcements when together. And with this in mind, refrain from asking too many personal questions early on, since she will hesitate to reveal sensitive facts about her previous relationships. And please, never lose your manners or be dumb enough to curse or even worse, sound uneducated. So what is the perfect date for a Virgo lady? Small gestures like opening up the door for her, hanging up her coat, and treating her with dignity means a lot to her. Virgo ladies are tricky. Finding the first date location, it can be hard. Virgo women aren't impressed with high-priced fancy meals, but they also don't want to be disrespected if no thought went into the date at all, ending up at the local drive-thru. Most Virgos are health-conscious individuals who maintain their physical fitness, so it's best to avoid Virgo places and greasy spoon eateries. Instead, take her to a restaurant with a wide range of different healthy foods, as a Virgo woman tends to be a picky eater. She won't just settle for any standard meal, and just a heads up, her food choice can change rapidly. Virgo woman compatibility. A Virgo woman is looking for someone to woo her, so another Virgo with her traditional ways would make an excellent partner. Taurus and Capricorn, the other two earth signs, will value her realistic approach on life as well. Those born under the sign of the Aquarius will adjust to fit in. Fire signs, on the other hand, will not tolerate Virgo's critical nature. Aries and Sagittarius often don't have enough patience for the love match to succeed. Up next, we reveal the bad characteristics of a Virgo woman. Overthinkers are Virgo ladies. They take pleasure in being rational and intellectual, so they act with their brains rather than their emotions. Unfortunately, this implies they may take a long time to make a decision. They must consider every possible perspective before reaching a decision. Virgo ladies will require some time to decide on almost everything, whether it's a job or a movie. They are so worried that the decision they will make they will soon come to regret. Good characteristics of a Virgo woman. Virgo women are influenced by Mercury, which explains why they are outstanding communicators. They are adaptable, quick on their feet, and they can always convey their message in a clear, logical manner. Virgo women are easy to talk to since they are well educated about everything. They make wonderful employees since they can fit in anywhere. Women born to the sign of Virgo are also practical and patient. Virgo women are ambitious and will not give up on their ambitions. They do not give up and never give themselves the choice of quitting. They see every failure as an opportunity for them to learn something new. If a Virgo woman establishes a goal for herself, she will not stop until she achieves it. She will keep going no matter how stressed she is. Up next, the 9 must-dos when on a date with a Virgo. Starting with number 1. As we already mentioned, you must be on time. Virgos struggle to overcome first impressions. She may view you as being unreliable, especially if you're late on your first date. If you are delayed for whatever reason, make an effort to call and inform her. Replace the bad perception of tardiness with a good one of communication. Number 2. Discuss a wide range of subjects. Remember that Virgos are quite realistic when it comes to evaluating possible relationships. Expect her to question not just how well the two of you get along, but also how well you fit into her bigger life. Unless she appears bored or annoyed, don't be afraid to divert the discussion away from hobbies that she doesn't share. Even if she dislikes your kind of music, just know that she will see your enthusiasm for how much you love it as a positive trait. Number 3. Engage her mind. Understand that Virgos are extremely knowledgeable. Keep the discussion going to keep her mind active. Accept talks on a wide range of subjects. And when you disagree with her, challenge her point of view. Don't be concerned about being an expert on every subject. Your willingness to explore ideas you've never considered before should wow her as much as your in-depth understanding of the subject, if not more. Number 4. You should have thick skin. You may have to refrain from being upset from her frank words. Recognize that her practical mentality frequently leads her to speak honesty without equivocation. Consider her critiques, views, and recommendations to be straightforward expressions of her thoughts rather than a personal assault. Number 5. Be aware of her emotions. Remember that no one bears the blunt of her judgment gaze more than she does. Expect her to overanalyze your connection and be concerned about her own flaws, whether or not you consider them as an issue. Expect her demands of herself to cause significant mood swings at times, depending on how well she believes she is living up to her standards. Encourage her to communicate honesty about her feelings, as she may try to disguise them at first. Assure her that her concerns are unfounded, or they can be resolved. Number 6. Her actions speak louder than words. Her deeds, not her words, should be used to judge her. Recognize that your Virgo's desires will seldom erupt into declarations of eternal adoration. Keep in mind she is more prone to think in terms of utility than poetry. Expect her to show her affection by tiny, persistent acts of kindness. Rest certain that her actions, no matter how mild, reflect a genuine love and desire for stability. For example, even if you feel ignored after her 6th night of working in a row late, appreciate her attempt to prepare you a breakfast or a cup of coffee before she departs in the morning. Number 7. Prepare to plan ahead of time. You can expect your careful Virgo to plan out the next several years ahead of time. Expect her to have goals and methods in place to achieve them. Make sure you share yours early on in a relationship so you can develop a strategy for mutual success, or be extremely flexible in terms of where you want to see yourself in the future. Don't be discouraged. If you're more of a spontaneous person who wants to seize the moment, this might be a quality she admires. Number 8. Be supportive. Remember that Virgos are most critical on themselves. If she does something that irritates you, resist the urge to chastise her, as this may cause her to lose her confidence and withdrawal. Rather than telling her not to do something, encourage her to try something new. Continue to demonstrate your excitement to reassure her that you're all into it. Be patient with her and believe in her natural desires to improve her abilities in all aspects of life. Number 9. Give her some alone time. This is one of the biggest struggles in many relationships. Virgo women need alone time to recharge and figure out what their next move is. Often people in relationships with Virgos take offense to this trait, as they see it as they're not interested, which is completely not true. The truth is, a Virgo woman with some alone time will love you even more the next day. Dating a Virgo woman can be a challenge to many. You'll never know what they are thinking, and they rarely show their emotions on their face. And even though you won't know it, they notice the smallest details around them. Once you've won over a Virgo woman, you'll be quick to realize you have a partner for life. And if you're interested to hear more about Virgos, click on this next video here, where we reveal their true dark side toxic traits that most Virgos don't want you to know.